Hello, I'm Olivia DiDonato, and today I'm going to be talking about acid rain and the effects that it has on our environment. What exactly is acid rain? Acid rain can be described as any form of precipitation that contains acidic components such as nitric acid or sulfuric acid. Acid rain is also any precipitation that has an unusually low pH. Another term that can be used interchangeably to acid rain is acid deposition. How exactly is acid rain formed? Acid rain can be formed when gases, snow, rain, dust, fog, or hail has a low pH. There are two different ways exactly that it can be formed. The first way that acid rain can be formed with water is called wet deposition. The second way that acid rain can be formed with dust or gases is called dry deposition. How exactly acid rain affects the nitrogen cycle? Acid rain has affected the alteration of soil chemistry and has also played a part in the decline of many tree species. Acid rain also plays a part in affecting the landscapes and the living things that reside within them, even when there is no precipitation occurring. On the right of the slide, as you can see, there is a diagram showing the nitrogen cycle, all the way from where it starts to where it ends, and how the cycle keeps continuing and continuing. Acid rain effects on statues and monuments. Most people don't know this, but acid rain can cause harm to monuments and statues. Statues and monuments are often made up of substances that corrode, break down when they are exposed to acid rain. Some examples of these types are limestone, marble, sandstone, and granite. How exactly it works is when the rain falls from the sky onto something that is made up of limestone or any of the above listed types of substances, a neutralization reaction occurs between sulfuric acid and calcium carbonate. This process then leads to another process that happens, which then creates the reaction of calcium sulfate. Calcium sulfate is soluble in water, which means that it will eventually cause the statue that is made up of limestone to crumble away. This is also true for the other types of substances that I've listed above, like limestone, sandstone, marble, and granite. Closely similar, the same process happens, and this is how the statue or monument will eventually crumble away. The acid rain program. There has been a program that has came about called the acid rain program, or abbreviated as ARP. This requires major emission reductions of sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides. This program it came out with two different phases. The first phase, phase 1, came out with sulfur dioxide reductions. This phase began in 1995 and affected 263 unities at 110 mostly coal-burning electric utility plants located in the eastern and midwestern states. There then was Phase 2. Phase 2 began in 2000, which added even more units to the Acid Rain Program, or ARP. The program affects utility units serving generators with an output capacity of greater than 25 megawatts and all new utility units. There was also Phase 1 and 2 for lowering nitrogen oxide, which was achieved by coal-fired utility boilers that have installed low nitrogen oxide burner technologies. If it wasn't for the acid rain program, we have no idea where our environment or the ecosystem would look like today. In conclusion, overall, acid rain affects more of the environment than the average person might believe. Before I researched about acid rain, I had no idea that this even existed. It not only affects the soil, but it also can affect anything from fish eggs to tree needles. The EPA has solved this issue as much as they could in a timely manner. Although there are still acidic rain problems today, they are much lesser of a problem than they could be right now if the EPA would not have stepped in years and years ago. Acid rain can also affect statues and monuments just as they can affect the trees and fish eggs. Acid rain affects the statues and monuments by breaking down what the structures are made up of and causing them to crumble. If it wasn't for the acid rain program, the environment would not be in the condition that it is today. Here are my references. Thank you.